Hello, hello, hello. All right, so we've made it to the trailhead. We are hiking on the Ice Age Trail today, a portion of the Holy Hill segment, and we'll see what that's all about here in a little while. However, it's supposed to be a little over 6.5 miles, point to point. We were going to do that round trip thing, so that'd be short of 14, of course. However, when I got to the trailhead, there's no parking. No parking at all. In fact, I had a sign that said no parking. There's plenty of area for parking, but people own that property. And anyhow, so, and then reading the notes in all trails, found out that there is no parking. So I had to find another place, which probably cuts off a good at least 2 miles of it. So no big deal. But you can see we're here at the trailhead, Ice Age Trail. And the only parking here is, well, a little grassy area there and a little area here. That's it. So, but anyhow, we're gonna go into the woods. So we'll catch you guys here in just a bit. We're gonna get after this. So we'll see you soon. All right, so okay, dog's got to pee. So hello, here we are. Nice trail, and we just came out of a white pine, a little white pine forest. They actually had a little sign in there talking about some uses for white pine, and I did not know that they used to use those for ship masts. It's kind of weird because it's a soft wood, but that's all right. What do we got here? Shannon Road parking lot. Oh, there's a parking lot this way. Well, now I know. Ice Age Trail, Shannon Road parking lot. That's all right. I'm glad I parked where I did. It's a nice little walk. I mean, it's not even but a half mile back. So we're only about a half mile in. But anyhow, so yeah, to use those for ship masts and the wind it's up against, interesting. But those trees will grow up to 100 foot tall and whatnot, but that's pretty cool. So you may see that I've got the backpack on. I got my arc haul on, and I got it loaded. Not completely loaded with all my gear, but I got my hammock in there. I got stuff in there just in case I stayed out in the woods for a night. I could get through. Hey, no, come on. Boy, he's more curious on this trail than he has been lonesome. But the biggest reason, oh, that's cool, that I got my pack and some gear in it is for the weight. I want to put a little weight in my pack on this hike, just to kind of give myself a little bit more of a workout. Yeah. And I got plenty of food for the day. We got lunch. We got enough food for 2 meals actually, if we needed to. Not that I plan on being out here all day, but a few hours anyway. But only seen a couple people on the trail thus far. I suspect that we'll see more at some point when we get near parking areas, like that parking area there. Who knows how many people are parked in there, but anyhow, I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of information with you. Oh, came across a huge raspberry patch. However, it's been picked clean. Darn the luck. Could have had berries, but I'll keep my eyes out for that and other berries. So anyway, guys, go ahead and get off here, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Hi everybody. All right, we're about 3 miles in. Not too bad. Hey, what do we got here? What are you doing here, buddy? What's oh, private land. Okay, so there's a trail over here. I thought maybe there was a campsite or something over here, but behind us. Hey, we can't go over there, bud. Of course, he don't know that, but big pond back there. But that's private land, so we will not go check that out. But anyhow, you know, I've actually only seen one other person on the trail. I'm quite surprised. I mean, it's a beautiful day. Well, it is getting warm, though. It is getting warm, but we're in a canopy of trees for the most part. Most of it has been under a canopy. So, and then of course, we've been through some green tunnel as well. But very hilly in here. Lots of hills. Lots of kettles. I love those oak trees like this. Some oak trees, basswood, lots of aspen, a few pines here and there. Oh man, seriously, come on people. That is not mine. Hey, get out of there. But yeah, I will, I'll pick that up on my way back because I'm walking back this way. If it's still there, I'll pick it up and take it. But leaving trash like that, come on people. You know better than that. I actually want to talk about something like that a little bit later though. But for now, we're going up a hill. You might see a blue blaze behind me. The Ice Age Trail is a yellow blaze. A blue blaze is an offshoot spur trail to something else. We're going up, so my guess is there's going to be a view. This might be the view I'm looking for. We're going to find out here shortly. So I'm going to pause what I was going to talk about here for a few minutes, and let's go ahead and go up here and see what we can find. All right, it is not what I was hoping. I believe the intent was probably there, looking at the map, trying to see through the trees here, but looking for a specific view. there's just too many trees here. I got to the top of the hill there, and there was actually a trail. The map don't show the trail, but there was a trail that dropped straight down. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, then we saw a deer. That was cool. And of course, Baxter wants to go play. Anyhow, so just a little educational thing. I don't know if I've talked about this before, about the kettles that are here. A lot of these holes in the ground, if you will, are called kettles. And what that was formed by ice blocks back when the glaciers were around. And when they kind of melt, dirt would kind of fall on top of them and whatnot. And then over time they just melted, what do you see, and left a big depression in the ground. They call them kettles. So, well, if we ever come up here and need to camp, I got a stick teepee. Hey, we're going this way, bud. So those two guys I saw early on when we just got started, we weren't even 5 minutes into our hike, they just went by. They're trail runners, so they just went by again. And so as I was saying, I'd only seen one other person, but I mean, I've still only seen 3 people. But this is kind of a good downhill right here. We got to go all the way back down there. So this is a nice little climb here along this ridge. Pretty awesome. One other thing. So the Ice Age Trail has created a program. It's called cold caching. So let's kind of start at the beginning of what cold caching is. Well, we'll jump to geocache. Most people know what a geocache is. It's usually a treasure hunt, searching for specific trinkets that people place. And you know, a lot of fun, gives people things to do, get out in the woods. You know, I believe that was set up to get people out and about, moving around. And then they have what they call a geocache is, you know, like I said, looking for trinkets typically. And then there's an earth cache. An earth cache is a geocache, but looking for geological things. And then a cold cache is a earth cache that has been, like I said, designed by the Ice Age Trail Association to get people to be aware of the Ice Age Trail, and of course all the glaciers and all the history that comes with that. So kind of a cool program that they've created to get people out and get people familiar with the woods and whatnot and being outdoors. So there's nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with that at all. However, we don't want everybody in the woods. All right, we found the bottom. We're back to the Ice Age Trail. So, but anyhow, you guys, I'm gonna go get off of here, and I'm still hoping that we get to the top of a hill and get the view that I'm specifically looking for. That's kind of a cool little tree growing inside of a different type of tree. Obviously, it's a maple. It's a silver maple. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, here's a right quick. I'm sorry. Here is a kettle. Okay. That's a big tree right back there. Holy cow. But that's a kettle right there, and they're all over the place. And then, of course, the moraines, the hills that get kind of pushed up from the ice, and that's what creates these mounds like this too. So these mounds. Anyway, all right. See you guys later. Ow! Dang. Hey. Come on. Freaking rabid dog. I left him back there. Just kidding. he's just ornery with me because we came up to the top of another hill. And again, no view. Not what I'm looking for here. I'm almost afraid that it's not going to happen. So, but we'll see. We'll keep going. I don't think we're too far from the trailhead in which where I decided to turn around. So, but anyhow, so we get up there, and he starts to dig himself a hole so he can lay in it. I don't let him dig. And he gets mad at me. Hey, he thinks he rules the roost out here. Sometimes he does. Anyway, we'll see you shortly. We made it to the trailhead in which where the holy segment starts and or ends, depending on which direction you're going. And we've turned around. However, we are stopping for lunch. Baxter. I got him off of his, took his pack off and his leash. There's actually been about 7 people that have come through here. So it's starting to get a little busier. I don't know why people come out in this time of day. It's hot, but anyhow, I trying to give him a break with his pack off a little bit. Got him some food and water. He don't seem to want to eat, but you know, whatever. And but anyway, I was hoping to be able to get a view. If I look at the map, it says that you can sit there on the bench and view what they call the basilica, which is a Roman Catholic, it's a holy place for Mary. In fact, let me just read it to you right quick out of Wikipedia here. It's a national shrine of Mary, help of Christians at the Holy Hill, and it's been, it serves as a religious pilgrimage here in Wisconsin, but over 30,000 people come and visit this each year. There was one spot that I was able to capture some of the spires. Not a really good photo, but it's a photo nonetheless. But I was hoping to get up on one of those hills and be able to capture the view of the entire basilica. But so I'll see if I can't dig up some photos. I have actually visited it a couple months back, and it's actually pretty freaking awesome. I didn't take any photos though. I just, it's a personal thing. Hey Baxter, come here. It's a personal thing that I just, I mean, from a distance, I don't mind taking photos, but like inside and some of the up close stuff, it's just, I don't know. I'm sure I could take photos from up close, but nonetheless, I will see if I can come up with some photos. Afterwards, maybe I'll just drive in there and get some photos. But we're gonna go ahead and have our lunch and head back. See if we can do a little bit of trail running. I know that he was itching to run. There was a couple times we did do a little bit of running, but we'll have more time to do that on the way back, since I really won't be taking many more photos or video since we've already been through all that. But unless something comes up, because it's always a different view, right? Oh, and one other thing about this trail is there's a lot of what they call PUD'S. and some people call them pointless ups and downs. However, I call them productive or purposeful ups and downs. And of course, some will argue that, which, there you go, eat, come on, eat your food. You got to eat, Baxter. Yeah, some will argue that, but I find them purposeful, productive, in the sense that it gets you from one spot to another. I've actually had this conversation with a few people. It's like, well, we just go around instead of having to go up. Well, because there might be a view. No, there's not ever a view. Okay, well, then it checks your, keeps your mental state going. Of course, some people get a little upset about it and it's like, why do we have to do that? Well, it's a workout, and that's why we do this. We get out and exercise and get the workout, and at the end of the day, we're like, heck yeah, we feel good. So, but anyway, but you guys, I will come back to you again if something comes up along the way. If not, when we get back to the truck and just kind of give a recap and my thoughts on this segment. But kind of a hint, so far, so good. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye. Hello, 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 everybody. Look familiar? We are about done here. We don't have but a quarter mile, maybe quarter to a third of a mile, and we're done. Just under 10 miles today. That's with those little blue blazes we went on as well. And it's probably a good thing, because Baxter's about had it. He's, this second half, I've been ahead of him most of the time. So I think it finally hit him that he was tired. So, but you guys, I took a time out there for a second. A couple of folks. Oh, we got more coming. I don't like to bother, make noise, talk and stuff like that when other people are on the trail here. So, but once I get back, I'll come back to you guys here and kind of give you my takedown and my takeaways and whatnot. It won't be long here, but a couple of minutes, I think, a few minutes. So we'll see you real soon. Done. And so is he. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, we saw a lot more people. By the time we got halfway to the other end there, anyway, once we got to the other end, at that point, I had seen 2, 3, well, 4, 5 people, because saw 2 just as we approached the bottom. This time, I'll bet you 15, 18 people on the way back. So, people waited a bit longer to come out today, and it's raining right now. So it started sprinkling a little bit ago, but really couldn't have timed this any better really on my end here. But no, overall the trail, I will give it a 5-star. Absolutely, I'd do this again. Absolutely. I don't know if I'd want to take my pack. I don't wear myself out with my pack. I got to dig for my keys here. I dropped them at the bottom of the pack here. So, but my pack's probably about 20. I probably got 20, 25 pounds in it right now. Just so I could get a better workout. I might just have to tip this thing upside down. No, I found them. So yeah, overall it was a great trail. Loved it. Loved the hike. Actually, was a little wore out. I might have weighed him down a little bit too much in the beginning there for that first bit, for that first half. So I'll just have to manage that a little bit better. But he's doing all right. I mean, you know, we've been stopping and drinking water quite a bit, so he's getting plenty of water. A couple of good snacks for him for being a good boy. When other people cross by, he sits down and whatnot. So, but I was gonna grab that empty soda can that was on that bench, but it was gone by the time I got there, so that's good. But you guys, we need to continue to practice leave no trace. Also LNT are the acronyms. So, but we want to make sure we're passing that along to all the hikers and everybody, and that's why I'm going to bring it up. But you know what? Pack it in, pack it out. There's no reason at all, no reason to leave something like that laying there. I can see how somebody might lose a candy wrapper or something like that. They go stick it in their pocket. I'm guilty of that myself. But there's no reason to leave cans, bottles, things like that behind. I mean, come on, it's not that difficult to carry out with you. It's not. So with that said, I think for a majority of those of you that watch my YouTube channel here are probably paying attention to my podcast as well. However, my podcasts have not been as committed to my YouTube, but I'm starting that back up. It's just kind of a situational type thing, but getting that started again. I will this week. I'll start scheduling folks. I've got a few folks that want to get on the podcast, and we're going to talk about different things like leave no trace. But a lot of it in the beginning is going to be geared toward beginning hikers and beginning backpackers, and we want to be able to share a lot of that information for beginners so they can get started. And LNT is definitely one of those ones we want to talk about, and preparedness, things like that. So, and of course, we'll have some inspirational stories as well from different folks. So, but anyhow, you guys look forward to that. If you're not a part of my podcast, following me on that, it's Tributes Trail Talk on Spotify. So you can find me there, or you can just reach out to me, make a comment here, reach out to me, and we can talk about that. So you guys, thanks for watching today's video, and really appreciate your guys' support and all the comments you make. Try to keep an eye on my dog here. There's traffic coming through here. Of course, he's just laying down, and I got my foot on his leash anyway, but just got to keep an eye on my dog. So, but again, thank you for the support. You guys, please comment, and if there's any place in Wisconsin that you guys know about that I need to get to, please let me know. Guys, thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.